Valorize your mental health, because your mental health is everything worth prioritizing, guys. Do you know that Jonathan is not just a thief? Jonathan is not just evil. Jonathan also abandoned Teresa in the hospital, and he is not even having money for Teresa's treatment. And guess what? Kennedy gave it to Emeka, the bad advisor, Woto, the beating of the century. In fact, stay tuned to discover what happened in today's episode. Jonathan stole the daughter's money when drinking with it, got drunk, came back and hit Auntie Teresa, and she slumped, right? And immediately, Jonathan could not do anything. What did he do? He hurriedly washed up his face since he was in a state of drunkenness and had to pull this lady to the hospital. When they got to the hospital, was Jonathan able to produce 1,000 francs? Out of that money that he stole, he is not even having 500 left with him, talk less of 100 naira. This is terrible. Now, the doctor asked Jonathan for a deposit of 100 naira. Was Jonathan able to produce the money? Jonathan was not having a dime, and the doctor told Jonathan that either you allow her die or you go out there and hustle for the money. And Jonathan was pleading and telling the doctor that he got no dime on him, that the doctor should help him treat Teresa for free. Who does that? And the doctor got angry and left. Jonathan now was contemplating and lamenting on his own, saying that I barely feed, I don't even have money to eat, I've not even eaten good food since Clara left, and now they are asking me to deposit 100,000. Where will I get it from? That was how he was contemplating. Instead of this fool to go and see where to get money, he is contemplating and now saying that Emeka is now saying that he's not having money. Kennedy is also saying that he's not having money. That where will he run to have money from? Now he decided to do what? To call Clara. That if Clara cares, Clara abandoned the sister, yet the sister would die. It's none of his business. Of which this lady came on his own accord. He was the one that called this lady to come and rescue his marriage. Come and talk sense to Clara to deposit the money that Clara is having on her to him. Now, he has sent this lady to the hospital, and he is abandoning this lady and saying that the lady's life does not concern him. That in fact, the lady is not his relation. That it is Clara's sister. So he had to do what? Send a message to Clara, telling Clara the sister is lying unconscious in the hospital, and he left. Now let's watch to see when Teresa will come out from coma. Will Teresa keep supporting Jonathan? Now Jonathan went home drinking with his friend Emeka, and Kennedy was there trying to talk sense to him as usual. Kennedy now told Jonathan that you have abandoned this lady in the hospital. You have not even gone there since last night. And now you are not even sure if Clara received the message or not. Jonathan now told Kennedy that it doesn't concern him. That if Clara likes, she allows the sister to die there. It's none of his business. That all is that he has sent Clara a text message that the sister is in the hospital. So let her go and sort out the bills and pay for the sister's treatment. That he will not kill himself. And Kennedy was trying to advise him to do the right thing. That this lady is his in-law in question. And also, he is the one that's push this lady and send this lady into coma. That if anything bad happened to Teresa, let him know that the authorities will hold him accountable, responsible for it. So if he knows what is good for him, let him better rush to that hospital and be a man at least. And Jonathan was looking at Kennedy. Guess what? Emeka stepped in again with his bad advice as usual. Emeka told him not to dare go there. That in fact, what is Teresa even doing in Jonathan's house? That Jonathan is not even having money to feed himself. Teresa has come again to add another burden on Jonathan to be feeding them. That in fact, let Jonathan not go there, because if Jonathan goes there, it will show that Jonathan needs to pay the hospital bill. If you are Clara, are you going to pay these hospital bills, knowing that the sister came and was standing for Jonathan? Now, will Clara see the message and react? Let's see what Clara does. Clara was in her house eating her rice and chicken, enjoying herself as it's supposed to be. And guess what? She now received this message that Jonathan sent to her. When she saw the message, instantly she couldn't hesitate. She had to pick her bag and rush to the hospital. When she got to the hospital, the sister was there alone. She sought out the bills, they administered treatment on the sister, and the sister regained consciousness. So when the sister regained consciousness, she was seated with the sister, and guess who showed up? Debbie showed up. So when Debbie came, Debbie was like, oh, thank God that you regained consciousness. Clara, I'm so happy that you have packed out of Jonathan's space. I'm happy that you left Jonathan, because Jonathan is a lazy pig. Jonathan is a manipulator. Jonathan is evil. I've always been telling you this thing, but you have not been seeing it. You are always like, I want to be with Jonathan. Jonathan is my everything, my family, my this, my that. It's good that now you are the one that took your luggages and left. So as she was still trying to talk to Clara, remember, she now told Clara that her point of focus is not even the separation. No, that her point of focus is that Clara should just divorce this man, sign the papers so that it should be legally. Clara now told Debbie that Debbie should hold on. That a year for her sister's case. Let her sister first all come out from the hospital. Then they can talk on that. Debbie told Clara that forget. I know you too much love this Jonathan and you will not be able to divorce Jonathan. I want you to divorce Jonathan. You know her mission is that Clara should sign that divorce paper, right? Not knowing that her evil mission is instead a mission that is going to rescue Clara from the hands of Jonathan, the useless Mumu Jonathan. Now, Benny returned back from school and came straight to the hospital. Benny met the mother, met Debbie, and met Auntie Teresa. Benny was happy that Teresa is conscious. So Benny asked, Mom, is that here? They said he has not come here. Oh, nobody have seen him here. Oh, since last night he has not stepped his leg here. Benny got angry and said that he's going to address that man. Now that man's own is too much. His level of irresponsibility is too much, that she wants to go and address this guy. And Benny was like, look at who is talking. The mother said, allow it. I will handle it, my child. She told the mother to stay out of it, that she's going to do it her way. And Debbie now turned and told this lady that, look at you, a very stubborn child, spoiled brat. You will not listen to your mother. You want to go and address your father, Jonathan. She turned and told Debbie that this is our family affair. Do not involve yourself in it. In fact, I still have pending issues to solve with you. The message that you sent to Hans using my phone, we are still to address that matter. Don't take my silence for granted, okay? For me to be silent doesn't mean that I'm a fool. We are working behind the scene and you will be exposed. Let me first of all finish with Jonathan, then I will come for you and expose you, because it was just the two of us on top of the dining when you used my phone and send that text message to Mr. Hans. And Clara was shocked to hear this. Clara was like, Debbie, what is my daughter talking about? You used her phone and sent that message to Hans, so you are the one behind all this. And Debbie was like, it's not me. Oh, your daughter is just trying to create a scene here. Forget about your daughter. I said it's not me. Even if it is me, I will punish myself. Clara now warned Debbie and told Debbie that it just happened that she's innocent, because right now she's opening an investigation file, and if she discovered that Debbie is behind this, Debbie will rot in jail with one eye. That is her promise to Debbie. And Debbie was like, I'm innocent. No, I don't have anything to do with this. Oh, and guess what? Clara's sister started telling Clara that, Clara, forget about this thing that Debbie sent a message or caused all this manipulation that stains Hans's image. What I want to tell you is this. This your child is the root cause of you packing out of your marriage. Can't you see it? Go back to your man. Jonathan is a fine bobo that anybody will snatch at the tip of an iceberg. So Jonathan sent you to coma, abandon you in the hospital. You are still talking for Jonathan. Truly now, this family is a useless family, because that was the same way Clara's mother was reasoning, just as Clara's elder sister is reasoning. Clara now told them that what? You see, Benny is my child. You see, Benny, I will never abandon Benny. I will take care of Benny and I will not allow her fend for herself. That's good, Clara. I am the one that raised her, irrespective of the fact that she's not my biological child, but I raised her. Parenthood is not about giving birth to a child. Parenthood is about raising that child. Many people can give birth, but how many can raise a child? How many people out there can raise a child? Giving birth is something else and raising a child is something else. And the real owner of a child is the one that raised that child morally upright. So you think Benny's mother can come from anywhere and come and claim ownership to Benny? Even the law wouldn't recognize that. Benny was abandoned and Clara raised Benny from 0 months till 16 years. And Benny doesn't even know that Clara is not her mother. She raised Benny with all the moral values instilled in a child in Benny. And Benny is who she is today because of Clara. And then somebody that is useless somewhere, drinking and prostituting somewhere, will come and be claiming ownership over a child. A paternity or maternity of a child is not by birth, it's by raising that child. Yes, you gave birth to that child. Were you there by that child? Many has given birth and they have thrown it in the toilet. Many have given birth and they have thrown the child in the dustbin. Many has given birth and they have thrown the child in front of orphanage homes. So, will you say they are parents? No, a parent is the one that gives her all to see that the child grows up very well and become an important personality in the society and become morally fit in the society. That is who a parent is. Clara told the sister to forget about the noise, that she stands by Benny. Now, I am disappointed with who? With Teresa. Teresa is still supporting Jonathan despite everything that happens to her. Coming to Benny, Benny got home and met the useless Jonathan drinking, with Emeka, his mumu friend, stupid, nonchalant friend. Benny now told the father that I hate to talk to you in this way. Instead of me advising you, father, you are the one that I am advising. Instead of you advising me, I am the one advising you. Instead of you to behave like an adult, I am the one behaving like an adult. You are behaving so childish. Why will you abandon auntie in the hospital? Why will you send her to that level of unconsciousness and you abandon her to die there? And you are here drinking with your friend Emeka. I'm highly disappointed at you, father. Even to call you my father, I am now ashamed because you have done a lot of terrible things. For once, can't you be responsible? And Emeka got up and was like, how dare you talk to Jonathan like that? Your father have every right not to go to that hospital. Is it by force to go there? Is relationship by force? Is it by force? You even stole my money. The money that my mother gave to me, you stole it. You went and drank and got drunk. Money meant for my education. You stole the money. You drank with it with this your useless friend beside you. And you got drunk. You came again. You beat my auntie and sent her to coma. In your drunken state. Who does that? I'm sorry. A time will come I will no longer refer to you as father. Yes, because you are a disgrace to fatherhood. And she left. But before going, Emeka got angry. Started shouting her hand not to talk to her father like that. She turned and told Emeka that, you see this advice you want to give to me, give it to yourself because you need that advice. Or you better still give it to my father. You are as useless as the word useless itself. Look at you. You cannot even buy a plate of food for yourself, but you call yourself a man. And she left. Kennedy now clapped his hands. Bravo, Jonathan. Your daughter just said what I used to tell you. I used to say this to you, but you say I'm a bad person. That is just the truth, but just that she said it in a very arrogant way. But she told you the truth. Man up and be the head of this family. Take responsibilities. Head of the family does not mean by you lying down and just creating problems left and right. You cannot even feed your family. You cannot even pay your child's school fees. What kind of a man are you? You still steal again from your child. And Emeka turned and told Kennedy to shut up. That Kennedy should not even talk to Jonathan. That Jonathan is doing the right thing. That is it by force to pay a child's school fees. And guess what? Kennedy told Emeka that he will not blame Emeka, but he blames Jonathan for listening to Emeka. Because Emeka doesn't even know what it means to be married. Emeka doesn't even know what it means to have a woman. Emeka doesn't even know what it means to have a child. Emeka doesn't even know what it means to pay house rent. Emeka doesn't even know what it means to buy food for himself at that his age. But he is here destroying another man's home with evil advices. Be careful to whom you open your ears to. Be careful to whom you listen to and run your home. Jonathan, problems 95% is coming from Emeka. He listens too much to Emeka and doesn't want to reason as a man. Now, Emeka turned and told Kennedy that what is in this thing? Jonathan's home is scattered already. Jonathan was like, shut up. How dare you say that my home is scattered? Emeka turned and said, but your home is destroyed already now. You already have a destroyed home. Where is Clara? Where is Benny? Look at the way Benny spoke to you. And Clara has already packed her luggages and left you. You are here alone. So, what do you want me to say? Is this not a scattered home you're already having? Look at what he is telling Jonathan. No, but the mumu Jonathan, the useless Jonathan will not even reason that this guy that is advising him is the same guy mocking him. And he turned and told Kennedy that your own home will be scattered. Kennedy said, God forbid bad things. My home can never be scattered because I will never listen to a man like you. Before you come closer, I will crush you just like they crush the head of a serpent. And Emeka was speechless. And Kennedy got up and left the environment and went to the room to see Benny. When he got to the room, Benny was happy to see him. Benny started apologizing that, Uncle, I'm sorry I spoke the way I spoke in the parlor there. My father just pushed me to the wall to do what I did. He always know how to step on my anger point. His uselessness has become to a point that I can no longer bear to call him father. Just look at it, Uncle. Who does what he does as a father out there? It is my mother taking full responsibilities concerning me. My father has never given me one positive advice in life or even one thing that I can learn from him. Rather, he is telling me to be duping my mother, scamming from my mother's business. What kind of a father is Jonathan? That's the child speaking in tears. You can understand the frustration, right? Having a parent that is useless is something that nobody can ever pray for. And Mr. Kennedy now told Benny that, see, in as much as your father is useless, and I've been doing my best to see him responsible, to no avail, what I will tell you is this. Don't talk to him the way you spoke to him, okay? You raise your voice to a certain point that you are not supposed to do so. Give him that respect as your father. And leave the rest to nature to handle him. Talk to him in a more calm way, not in the way you spoke to him that way. And also, I want to talk to you. Don't allow your father's action to attack or affect your mental health, because you are still a child growing up. If it affects your mental health, you will not be able to study. You are going to be ruined and destroyed in your education. And it is already affecting you. That is why they say that create a safer environment for a child. When a child is in a toxic environment, that child's mental health will be affected. And that child might bound to grow in an arrogant and rebellious way. Kennedy now told Benny that Benny is now growing in a rebellious way, which is not good, of which the mother instilled godly values in her. That whenever she behaves like this, people will think the mother never did well in training her. That let her try as much as possible to be calm. and forget about looking on the things the father is doing, which is the best advice that this man could ever give a child. As a parent watching this video, always create a safe environment for your children. Your children need a peaceful environment so that they can study, so that they can grow up. Because whatever thing you do, they look up to you people as role model, and they learn from you people, and they might think that what you are doing is the right thing. For those that are not smart enough, they might grow up doing the same thing that you are doing, thinking that that is the right thing since you were doing the same thing. So as a parent, try as much as possible to live the right way, to do things the right way, so that your children will grow up in that same shape. Okay? And Kennedy now told Benny that whenever you think you are choking and you feel that the environment is not good enough for you, you can go and have a weekend in your mother's place. You can go and rest in your mother's place, okay? So that air can touch you. I don't want you to be rebellious. I don't want you to grow in this way that I am seeing, because it is already affecting your mental health already, your father's actions. And Benny was crying. And whenever you need somebody to talk to, your uncle Ken, it's a phone call. I'm here for you. And she hugged Benny. It didn't just end there. Oh. The useless, mumu, stupid, nonchalant Emeka still went again talking to Jonathan, telling Jonathan that how can Jonathan allow Kennedy with the daughter in the same room? That Kennedy have gone to rape or rip off the daughter. Can you imagine? Jonathan said, no, I know my daughter so well. My daughter cannot do that. My daughter cannot do that. I know her. And Emeka still told Jonathan that forget that thing. You met her in the hotel with Mr. Hans, right? Were you aware of it? Jonathan now said, no, they manipulated her to be there. My daughter is a well-trained somebody, so forget about it. You see the way she spoke, it was out of anger, and she's just a child. And Emeka said, forget that nonsense. It was instructed by the mother not to tell you that she was going to the hotel. Emeka now told this guy that your daughter has been sleeping around with men, if you don't know, but the mother is conscious of it. And the fact that the mother knows that she is not the biological child, the mother is now using the child to destroy you with it. Bam! This fool got up, went to the room and started attacking Kennedy. Telling Kennedy that, why are you touching my child? You want to rape my child in my own house? And started fighting with Kennedy. Just imagine that. This Jonathan, I don't know where your own manner of uselessness is coming from. And the child tried to stop them, but Jonathan was fighting and pushed Emeka out of the room and pushed Kennedy out of the room. Kennedy said, I've never seen the most useless man on earth and biggest fool. It's you, Jonathan. Jonathan said, get out of my house. And immediately he stepped down from the room. He met up with Emeka. Emeka now was like, so you were trying to rape Benny. Just imagine, Kennedy lose his school and boxed Emeka, gave Emeka the beating of his life. And guess what? Jonathan came down and also joined Emeka to beat up Kennedy. You are beating up somebody that is giving you the best advice on earth. And the child came out from the room and beat this woman and beat Emeka. Emeka got up and wanted to beat Jonathan's child in front of Jonathan. Can you imagine that? And Jonathan stopped Emeka and told Emeka that, are you mad? The fact that we share something in common, it doesn't mean that you should come and raise your hand and beat my daughter in my own house. Never you try that again, your miserable life. And Jonathan got angry and told them to leave. That, see what they have done. And this child told the father that, look at you. You have already been destroyed. Your life is shattered. Your life is destroyed. You have opened the doors for the enemies to come and destroy your family. There is nothing left for you again that. The one that is trying to advise you, put you on track, is the one you are fighting and listening to a useless person like this. And the daughter left. Emeka was angry. And guess what? Kennedy got so angry and warned Jonathan and told Jonathan that he is tired of having a useless friend like Jonathan in his life. That Jonathan is as useless as the word useless. That he is tired of having useless friend in his life. That is the good thing to do. That in fact he is done with this friendship with Jonathan. And he left. When you move around with useless people, you will be useless. When you move around with wise people, you'll be wise. When you move about with sensible people, you'll be sensible. Kennedy, the best thing for you to do is to disconnect from Jonathan, disconnect from Emeka. These people are no good people in your life. They don't even have anything they add to you. Rather, they always come and borrow money from you. They take your money, they don't even give it back to you. Whenever they're in trouble, they rush to you and you will solve their problems. So can't you see that you are the one losing in this friendship? So just get away the hell out of this place. And that was how Kennedy left, and Emeka was left with Jonathan, and Jonathan was like, you see, they have turned my child against me. Jonathan and Emeka told Jonathan that it is Clara. Go and attack Clara. Clara is the one that have done this. So let's see what will become of Jonathan and Clara. Now, the thing here is this: valorize your mental health. Your mental health is everything worth prioritizing. Close your ears. Say no to bad advice. Say no to useless lifestyle. And say yes to responsibilities. Say yes to decent lifestyle. And say yes to be a role model to others to look up to. Thank you for watching. Baby, your time is up. Hans will send you to jail. Thank you, guys.